going to keep this short and sweet. Been getting lots of help over December. Would love to continue that into January 2023. So please help keep me at this work that I love so much by subscribing and hitting the bell. Means a lot to me. Okay, I'll be honest, originally I sat down very comfortable with my current list of best OP in ED. It was Chainsaw Man for the OP and Spy Family Part 2 for the ED, but now I'm torn. This OP was freaking amazing! You can't just throw at me a progressively better OP filled with gorgeous animation and style and not get 2 wins. It's basically a draw now.
なんだお前、まだ書いてなかったのか？
全然思いつかなくて。
Get such a warm and fuzzy feeling hearing this tune right away. Smacks so much of the style and general vibe of Mob Psycho 100 and feels like home whenever I hear it.
偏差値65以上は必要っていう県立トップ3に入る進学校だ。
These are exactly the kinds of visuals I just love to see in this one. It's kind of an awesome contrast. The simple appearing visuals in the normal episodes, and then contrast that with these explosive moments or various art style changes. I forgot how funny it is that this is how Mob sees everyone else who isn't her. It's the grand return of Mob's explosion counter!
俺も学生時代にこういうの書かされたな。
The fact that my boy Reagan is still in the anime is a big fat old win.
俺の客対応をよーく見てノウハウを学ぶんだぞ。
はい、頑張ります。
Versace Donatello from JoJo's Part 6.
お前が俺の間違いに気づくかどうかテストしてたんだよ。
じゃあ俺は。
He's always so full of it and manages to hide his mistakes. Bones really do deserve massive amounts of praise for working on this third and final season and making it look identical to seasons 1 and 2. That's some impressive consistency. The animation on that powerful and legendary move though. Also though, it's a classic world famous Mob Psycho 100 art style change.
米粒の潜在能力を最大まで解放するレーゲンの必殺技である。
Also, it's another of Reagan's amazing and rare special moves of obscure use and relevance.
もういいじゃねえか。適当に書いとけば。
エクボ。
The mere fact that my boy All For One is still in this anime, and I mean the voice actor, he's one of my all-time favorites. He's an absolute legend at this point.
そういうわけにはいかないよ。将来のことだもん。
相変わらず嘘がつけねえやつだな。
Says a great deal about Mob as a person that he puts this much time and effort into something that doesn't mean all that much, and it's great because it's super consistent with him as a character since season 1.
鬼瓦は漫画家って言ってたよな。
どうだってめなんて言うんだよ。
Seeing this guy again and knowing how much better he's doing in life now that he's with them.
モブ君、君は本当にすごい。クラスメートにこんな神秘的な存在がいたなんて。
Bringing in these elements to last season right back into focus and already expanding upon them, such as the new faith that sprung out of it and how people are seeing the tree as divine and others cashing in on it and so on.
きっとね、目里さんの人生、もっともっと大きな出来事はあるよ。いくらでも。
じゃあモブ君は将来どうすんの？
いや、何も浮かばなくて。
You know, looking back, I'm not sure I ever praised Mob for how kind and humble he is. Here, he's one of the strongest beings alive, and yet he thinks about others, praising them and their lives, and thinks deeply about everything to do with himself on a personal level. He's a real sweetheart, really. These awesome looking new ad segments. The internal set designs are way higher in detail than I remember in the past. I guess I'm just more attuned to it now.
この写真は
This.
あ、異常に抜け毛が増えたのもありますね。まるで誰かにむしられているかのように。昔の写真ですね。やんちゃしてた頃の。
もともと。
Oh my god, I love how they even made him be extremely balding in a photo from where he was a lot younger. Putting actual writing in this notebook instead of just scribbles.
おいおいおいゴミ屋敷の方か
Awesome looking rotating shot like it's no big deal. Also, I like how they made this a serious problem right from the first episode rather than just a gag. A brilliant example of what I've always referred to in other videos as Mob Psycho 100's unique art style changes, where suddenly it's like a watercolour or they've used chalk or whatever. It's so unique. How come he's literally just the best though? This is getting 2 max wins, baby. Firstly, it's because the effects are so stunning compared to the normal art style, and that's not a critique, by the way. That's the anime's bread and butter, and I love it for it. But the effects are always top notch. And secondly, they did an awesome zoom through shot where it's like the camera moves through the scene.
僕はたまたま大きな失敗をまだしていないだけで、いつかその瞬間が訪れるかも。あそこで働くといろんな人の話が聞けるし、勉強になるから。
Using the now completed mission in a way by which to move along Mob's current character growth, where he's clearly struggling greatly, but at the same time, as mentioned in a prior win, shows his compassion as he tries to make his colleague feel better about his own situation.
いろいろ考えたんですけど、僕の将来の進路希望は霊とか相談所じゃないと思って。
Brings back a lot of fond memories seeing him eat takoyaki, the food of choice for every relaxing moment in Mob history.
レーゲン師匠に何でも相談できるけど、それが当たり前になると、僕はこのまま年齢だけが大人になってしまう気がするんです。
これからやりたいことなんていくらでも見つかる。
Half the win is for Reagan not pushing the matter, simply saying he understands Mob's point, and the other half is for this quite poignant statement from him about his future.
お前はお前の好きなように生きればいいんだ。
レーゲン師匠。
Him giving great advice and most importantly, it being just what he needed to hear in this moment.
まだ営業終わってないのに戻ってくるのか？
This ending though. Also, as always, take a win for going without an ED to give us these end scenes of wholesome goodness and humour.
頼もう！私の名は妖怪ハンター天草春明！頼もう！私の名は天草春明！
Tamaki from Code Geass and Yoshiteru from Snafu.
そろそろいいか、天草春明だが。
うるせえ！お前のいちいち意味深にワードを区切る話し方が聞いててめんどくさいんだよ！
Such a powerful moment from Reagan, both in terms of animation and the voice actor's performance.
民草の安寧脅かす凶悪な妖怪ありけり。
The gorgeous animation on this scene! Yet another art style changer da!
本物！妖怪大王が復活したら世界は闇に包まれてしまう。
Oh my goodness. How quickly he changed his tune when money became involved. Now he's taking it so seriously. Bruh, you can't keep on giving me awesome looking ad segments and then not expecting to get a win for it.
落ち着いてるな、芹沢。
ああ、俺は暗くて狭い空間の方が落ち着くんですよね。
素材は段ボールとガムテープ。
How incredibly calm Mob is being throughout this whole ordeal, just really concentrating on school events.
レーゲン後ろだ！出たぞ妖怪だ！
Wow, okay, 2 wins here. First of all, let's win the fact that this dude is clearly for real. He saved Reagan from the attack like a bit of a boss in all honesty. But secondly, the animation on both the attack and the ghost are fantastic, the ghost itself looking especially unique. This unique, well thought out chant clearly passed down through generations to confuse the enemy. Oh no, that! Dear Lord, words can hardly describe how happy I am to be seeing Salt Splash once again.
騎士天魔王もうすでに復活していたのか。
I am honestly such a fan of these designs. They're so unique. I don't even know how they create them exactly, but I think they're bloody brilliant personally. So wildly vivid and visceral. Such an easy max 2 wins for me to be dishing out. We've got one of the longest continuous motion shots I can recall having seen in recent memory. In fact, it was so long, I couldn't even show the whole thing, had to cut it down. The animation looked incredible and was backed up by the, as always, excellent effects. This is great! This final attack from one of the generals! Ah, this looks so damn good as he transformed, and that final beast of a figure. Must have taken ages to create that for the anime.
金を積めば誰でもなびくと思ったら大間違いだぜ。
That's just a thing of pure beauty. Love his entire style.
解決しました。失礼します。
モブが自己解決しやがった。
Mob be growing as a character and he can't be stopped, and I for one am here for it.
はあ？白いシーツ案で決定じゃなかったっけ？
やっぱりやるだけやろうよ。みんなそれぞれの仕事やってるわけだし。
Straight away getting a taster of that mob growth as he stands up for something he feels strongly about for like the first time that I can recall. You go, old son! Moving multiple characters within one scene multiple times.
やってよかったな。
まあな。
疲れたけどな。
よかった。
That was a surprisingly wholesome moment right there. Left me with a big old happy smile on my face that they were glad to have put in the work alongside a persistent mob. It almost feels like for all of the years that I've been shouting out Mob, this is exactly the reason why. It's the consistent dedication to unique and different art styles to normal. This beautiful looking style, which I can't even name, looks stunning from start to finish. I'm in awe of that, and the song was legit great too. Great ED, man. Emergency ending to episode 2 with something going down. Or up, but you know what I mean.
たまには遊ぼうよ。なんで顔隠してんの？なんでもない。何？ちょっと手どかしてよ。
I literally felt second-hand anxiety watching this unfold, and the slowing of the music and their increasingly up-close faces pondering our hand-holding position made my damn skin crawl.
待って、つぼみちゃん。
ごめん。今ちょっと。
はい、ティッシュ。
This feels like the most meaningful development between them in quite a long time, and I'm all over it.
お願い。ちょっとだけでいいから。モブ君、分かってる？日曜日の昼は私とテレパシスト探しする約束だからね。見てたよ。モテモテじゃんか。
モテモテ。僕が。
I'm not lying, him being popular now has even me all giddy over here, and all I'm doing is writing the script. Symbolism. I've never done this before. A pure laugh is getting 2 max wins. When they changed his face twice.
こいつはただのブロッコリーで人々を導くような力はない。
10% of the win is for the collection of groups calling the broccoli divine and the explanation of everything going on, and the other 90% is easily for Dimple being annoyed by it because it's just a broccoli. That was hilarious.
最高ヘルメット卿をプロデュースしてな。
Dimple's plans!
困るわそんなの。つまんなくない？
She's such a mum.
しかもモブ君は超能力者。これってすっごくミステリアスでかっこいい。
Putting an obscene amount of frames into her casually walking around her room scene.
女の子からモテまくると思うんだけど、それこそ高根さんにもね。どうしたの？
You'd be a fool if you thought that this was sneaking by without a win.
みんなに必要とされてる。
Even his voice turns all Giga Chad.
あの集団が求めてるのは神秘の力を持つ者だ。
うん、わかってる。だからエクボじゃないんだ。
They found the Wind's Vein and they're exploiting it like crazy. They should be ashamed of themselves, but I bet they aren't.
他の連中っていう人たちと何が違うの？悪巧みやめたら。
Dimple potentially getting a little bit of character growth in this moment, or perhaps is going to become evil once again and try to seize power. But either way, I'm hyped. They've got their pickaxes working overtime, boy!
夜間の学校はどうよ？芹沢、モブは最近なんか面白いこととかあった？
も
なんだ、さっさと話せよ。ああ、待て待て。モブの面白い出来事とやらを聞いてからだ。
It's genuinely very wholesome to see Reagan caring so much about everyone else's lives and actively asking them about it.
う、もう一つありました。招待されたんですよ。僕の活躍がきっかけで設立されたらしくて。
I love the little touch of realism, even though they're done for the day, because Mob thought of something else to tell him about his day. He actually went and sat down on the sofa rather than staying stood up.
集会行ってこい。男たる者、一度は教祖になっておくべきだ。
Interestingly, everyone in his life is saying he should be doing this, which beautifully points him in the direction of doing something he wouldn't normally do. Well, that and his newfound prior confidence because of the girls talking to him.
影山くん？やっぱりそうだ。
The fact that Petal Goose from ReZero is still in this anime gets a win. I think this guy is so talented, and that's still one of my all-time favourite roles for how insanely creepy he did it. They really didn't have to do it, but they animated everyone in this scene, and I do mean everyone.
影山くんがかっこいいから女子にチラチラ見られてるんだよ。
そんなわけあるのかな。参ったな。
How come this is legit one of the greatest jokes of 2022 though? Honestly, the whole shopping scene was just straight up relaxing as anything and made me quite happy to see Mob happy hanging with his friend.
悩みすぎて最後よくわからなくなっちゃったけど、そんなにこの服かっこいいのかな。
Oh no. No, I get it. Oh well, doesn't cancel out the previous win, it still made me happy. The attention to detail and expanding of the story and lore by introducing all of these different groups with different beliefs vying for control of the new religion.
目里さん、出ないな。集会場所もまだ聞いてないし、もうちょっと待とうかな。
I'm sure this is part of something larger going on, but goodness me, if it doesn't get a win for making me sad for him.
このすさんだ世界をサイコヘルメット教の皆さんと変えていくつもりです。
They genuinely made Dimple Mob look insanely creepy. Some straight up stunning animation on display right there, and they love them some continuous shots, not cutting away from the action, done it multiple times now.
昨日どうして待ち合わせ場所に来なかったの？
ガリ忘れてたわ。
忘れてたって。
集会の前日に幹部会議があって、そこにフラッと現れたのよ、本物の教祖様が。ごめん、すっかり忘れてた。いや、どうして土壇場で忘れちゃったんだか。
Not only did this make me feel so sorry for Mob, and the way his voice actor handled it was great, felt very open and at risk of being hurt through that honesty, but also this win is for the clearly mysterious element on display, as she's clearly not acting herself. Bloody Dimple very likely, probably.
大丈夫って何が？え？どういうこと？
Also, I think this moment hurts him even more because he had allowed himself to believe for the first time that maybe he was finally becoming popular and people liked him and wanted to talk to him, and now suddenly that's all gone.
どうだ？そいつが教祖になったやつだ。見覚えあるか？
いえ、全く。
まあもういいか。まともとお前はそういうタイプじゃないしな。犯人は今や街で大人気の絶対的存在、真珠だ。
あのブロッコリーが。
Even though Reagan is only really looking after his own pocket more than Mob in this moment, it still made me happy that while everyone else is acting a little strange who went to the meeting, he's still normal.
んにちは。
Being nice to animals is always a win.
普通よくあるプラシーボ系の商品だろ。
Kawaii!
真珠最高サイコヘルメット様万歳。感情を即支配する強力な洗脳。
I'm so glad that he was able to notice right away that something wasn't at all right and caught himself before he went too far. What a legend!
洗脳波の発信源は真珠の方角だった。退治してこの町から追放してやる。バリアか。
He just got upgraded from legend to absolute badass, throwing himself into a solution like this. Check him out! So cool how he uses his sword as he's like floating. That's so cool.
空っぽ。
I know I already winned it, but goodness me, that's a creepy looking visual. He's so damn sick he broke out the spell again and attacked.
いい加減にしろよ。お前の洗脳波。
I am seriously such a big fan of how Bones has handled all of the battles in this. To me, they look perfect.
なんだよ。人を力で支配しようってやつには。そんなことをしても神になんて。
If I had to guess, I'd wager the legend who animated this is the same one who maybe did Midoriya vs Todoroki in season 2 of My Hero Academia. Same kind of block animation that looked great. Also take another win here for actually having Petal Goose not only hold his own, but kinda kick some behind. I'm sure it won't last for much longer, but the fact that it's happened up till now is truly shocking, as that's not normally how anime lay out their storylines and battles. He'd normally arrive here to get beaten fairly quick.
店長なんだい。植物の様子がおかしいです。午前には元気だった花がもうしおれてる。
Surprisingly, Subaru from ReZero, and of course Senku from Dr. Stone. In case you're curious, I've covered all of those and their seasons too. Check them out because I love you. Also credit here for not just forgetting about all of these characters from past seasons. It's good to see so many of them being brought into the third season for the final wrap-up of the story.
いつまで再生するんだ。
お前じゃ俺様を止められねえよ。
影山君には静かに成仏したとでも伝えておくよ。さよならだ。
That for me totally validates the older win. He's been fighting all of this time. He's definitely stronger. It's only that he's using the power of the city and its people and nature to regenerate. And as I said, that's unique for a story. It's very clever how they've grown the cult organically the past few episodes, starting fairly small and then branching out, pun intended, to the townspeople, their families and the school and so on. That way it feels the exact opposite of a microwaved plot point.
とりあえず素早く引っこ抜いてすぐ立ち去る方向で行くか。
頭が痛い。
あの場にいたら集団催眠に巻き込まれて信者になっちまうとこだぞ。
As much as I love Reigen, he is of course by and large a cheat who takes advantage of others' abilities to earn himself money, but it's at times like this that he quietly shines. He immediately noticed the candy and put two and two together and knew something was wrong.
わしが説教して、ああ、逃げた!
The fact that I can't tell if them running away is CGI or not is a big old win.
もはや全住民がサイコヘルメット教信者なんだからその気持ちを汲むべきだろう。おいモブ、俺は行かねえぞ。おい。
Honestly, I'm not even sure if he has now been brainwashed, and the way they did it was very interesting, because you couldn't just easily tell. But also at the same time, this has been excellent for his character growth, as he decides to do something himself for one of the first times, even if it means going it alone. Also, take another win here for this just being a plain old good song. Fits the theme of what he's going through really nicely, striking out on his own, as I said. Also have a win, as always, for going without an ED to pack a little extra into the episode. Man, the fattest of wins here, because I'm so shocked that this twist has happened, where people are saying he's the original, or the one, depending on the person. I'm shocked.
今まで浴びたことのない拍手喝采 気分いいだろう。
いや全然
Mob being a total badass here and how he's not only keeping composed but also being entirely honest.
1日5分真珠に向かって祈りを捧げればいい。それが俺様の養分になる。
Can I just say, if it was intended that he adopt his All for One voice from My Hero Academia, that's beyond legendary as a decision, because right here he sounds exactly the same and I love it.
それをレーゲン師匠に言わせたのもお前だったのかエクボ。
レーゲンもこれに捕まったな。場の空気に飲まれるってやつだ。
Good! I'm happy now we got the proper reveal that he got Reagan to do that.
でもよ、お前の家族も友達も誰も彼もすでにサイコヘルメット様を信仰することにし。
I should point out that this is my favourite kind of evil plans, where it's not really evil, there's a bit more to it than let's destroy the world or whatever. For the same reason I enjoyed JoJo's Stone Ocean Part 3 out of 3 especially. Incredibly detailed bird's eye shot of the city.
肉体改造部の奴らのお前に対する態度だって変わらねえ。ただサイコヘルメット教の信者に。
If anyone happens to know what song this is, please let me know in the comments. That's lovely and highly deserving of a standalone win.
何が悪いって今これでもかなり我慢してるんだよ。
Oh, Mob's getting mad and things are starting to get intense.
ほっといてもみんなの日常は。
Things are really starting to get intense, boys and girls.
僕が相手だ。ごめん。
So well done, bruh. I love the effects as always, but especially how they effortlessly transfer the battle to another plane, that being kinda upside down basically, and make it look that good.
力が溢れてくる。
Grab a win for marking one of the few occasions in Mob's history where he's looked to be actually struggling. Yes! That right there is a classic example of a Mob art style change. Looked wonderful and impactful too for the scene, really making it punchy.
大きか駆け抜け。サイコヘルメット様は僕の後ろに。すごい。やっぱり君はすごい。
Simply put, I adored this moment because it was dealt with entirely without exposition, as the whole thing has been to date, and this was no difference. And I believe he managed to knock the brainwashing out of him, but I might be wrong, but that's how it felt to me in that moment as he praised him being blasted away.
神になるってのもなかなか一筋縄じゃいかねえな。
This isn't looking so good. I'm actually nervous right now.
無駄だよ。
Whoever decided to use that song during the battle is a living legend. What a perfect choice! The animation was stunning, even gifting us with a rotating shot moving through the scene and amazing effects. Max 2 wins, please!
もしかして僕を恐れているのか。
For some reason that I'm not even entirely sure of, this moment spoke to me. It was like he saw for a moment what Dimple was really doing and feeling, and perhaps even felt a little sorry for him.
わからないか。エクボ、出てきなよ。じゃないと。
I think I may have hit the nail on the head with that one, especially when you factor in how they were friends really, and how quickly Dimple threw it all away when he saw another scheme by which to gain power, which likely really hurt Mob.
力が吸い取られていく。
正解。
Now I'm back to pure anxiety again. Well played for getting all of these feelings out of me.
いい加減空気読もうよ。
てな。
おいおい。
Oh, just when I think he has no power left, he gets angry and it fills him back up again. Plus, look at those amazing effects. It's all funky for the eyes.
だが
今や彼女もサイコヘルメット教の仲間の一人だ。
つまらない。
I just felt so sad during this explanation of why he's saying Mob will never get the girl. No matter what he does, she will never want him because of the path she walks. But then saying even she was eventually brought off that path by Dimple's brainwashing, it just feels sad how far things have gone, really. Mob just basically being incredibly angry in this moment and so taking out his frustrations, but I feel what's coming next.
こうなりゃ俺様もマジにならざるを得ねえな。
Do you see what I mean now?
よーく見とけ。
Some of the best looking effects so far this season, and what a cinematic way of posing it.
神谷公様だ。行くぜ。神パンチ。
I cannot even begin to express to you my internal feelings when I'm blessed with battles such as this. I feel incredibly giddy and hyped, I guess would be a start, but man oh man, it's filling me with like Hunter x Hunter vibes with how great that animation and music mixture is.
神ダッシュ。神叩きつけ。
Godly dash and smash!
神投げ。
Godly throw, Thunderbugger, and straight on that!
なら手を抜いてる場合じゃないだろう。力も行動も言葉も全部偽物だ。
Massively unexpected moment, goodness me! So much praise for the voice actor there. He threw so much into that performance, his voice near broke.
死ぬかもしれなかった。あと少しで信じられなくなりそうだ。
How unexpected was that also though? It's like Mob was right and he was suddenly worried that he actually injured Mob. Man oh man, what an outstanding story with excellently written characters. I'm going to expand on the previous win. This is fantastic, non-one-dimensional writing. It takes into consideration Mob's feelings and Dimples throughout all 3 seasons, how they grew, and now you see this vulnerability on display from both of them. It's really quite something to watch someone throw everything away in a moment of madness.
シャツが出せ!
I didn't think this would be what tipped him over to 100%, but it was, plus that art style change.
いいな、その服似合ってるよ。みんなも見たら驚くだろうな。
Going first person like it's no big deal whatsoever.
オッケーよ。学ランは防御力高いし。
モテ期来たかも。
They even added in the Giga Chad chin for the joke.
もしかしてバーゲンセールで激安になってたのか？それともそれが本気でかっこいいと思ってきてるのか？
It's great because as much of a joke as this is, it's also betraying a lot of Dimple's real thoughts in the moment, where he's clearly dropped his act, at least what Mob and I believe to be his act, and he's being more like he was before, although clearly too little too late, especially since it's undermining what Mob thought about himself in a painful way.
今度こそ攻撃が来る。神バリアー！あれ？
God, I've never been so hyped over so little happening in the middle of a fight, bruh! My mind doesn't quite know how to sort out these feelings just yet.
俺じゃ指でちょいとついただけで終わっちまうぞ。お？
エクボと話すときに力なんてあっても邪魔なだけだ。話ができる。やっぱりエクボは信頼できる。
This is like one of the best turn of events in Mob's history. I loved the walking into the spike and immediately went limp, clearly being of no harm to Mob. Wow, I'm on edge but in love, what a combo!
この服の正直な感想を言ってくれたから。エクボはエクボだった。
Goodness me, what an amazing way to handle the moment, because he's right, everyone else kind of hid their true feelings about it, but Dimple didn't and just let loose. I really didn't expect this, it's as I said, amazing.
このままほっといていいのかよ。危険な悪霊だ。
エクボは調子に乗ってただけなんだ。誰にでもそんな時はあるのかも。
The guy is such a talented voice actor that even whilst sounding angry, there's a clearly sad undertone on display.
お前は別に普段が控えめすぎるっていうか。
随分と調子こいてた。ごめん。
I swear this moment got me borderline tearful, man. They went from attacking each other to having a proper conversation with both of their guards completely down. I don't know if this will all change soon, but it's just incredibly wholesome in this time and place right now, and I wanted to win that.
こうやって一人でも実現できるのに、わざわざ僕を誘ってくれたんだ。
That truly was some majestic writing, because I must fully admit, that also never occurred to me either, that he had invited Mob to do it with him, rather than running off and doing it alone. Wow, that's fantastic!
僕のことを先に信頼してくれたのはエクボだったんだ。ありがとう。
It's too wholesome, it's got to be stopped!
いや、まだまだこれからだ。俺様にはやりたいことがいっぱいある。野望が。
I wish I could show more of this because it's beautifully written and voiced, but essentially it details all of the aspects of Dimple as a character, his true feelings from start to finish, and how he's changed, and the worry that too much change might mean he disappears entirely, and so he's also grasping to keep hold of his existence.
ちゃんと聞くよ、エクボのやりたいこと。友達として。
今まで気づかなかったが、俺様は友達が欲しかったんだ。
The culmination of one of the best character arcs I've seen in a long time. Near brought a tear to my eye. Just written so damn well, and came about so organically as well. I'm in awe. That's 2 max wins where I come from.
俺様も元に戻る。
本当にそれでいいの？
え？
神になるのが夢だったのに。
帰るか。
He so wouldn't be Mob if he didn't follow this up with a well-meaning and genuine statement that kind of goes against everything he's just been fighting for. Between that music and that happening, they finally got me. That was such a lovely moment. Ah!
おい。何？
Amazing out of nowhere plot twist of genuine concern and worry!
栄養。至急、すぐ起きろ。やべえことになっちまった。
You gotta love how Dimple knows that this is a seriously bad situation and yet doesn't even think for 1 second about accepting that deal and tries to immediately wake him up.
マジかよ。今休んでる場合じゃねえんだ。
Bones is like, come on bro, we can't have an action scene without a hard to create continuous shot, it's against the rules! Also take a follow-up win here for realistically displaying this new foe. Since it's pretty brand new to the world, it smashes into its own roots trying to get to Mob. This is also getting 2 max wins. Firstly, I can't get over how awesome sounding and looking his godly attacks are, but most importantly is the blind fury in his voice and displayed in the animation as he attacks and tries to reach Mob, his friend, who he only just completely reconnected with. That was so well done! Dimple fighting in an elegant and powerful style protecting his friend. This is more of a max 2 wins for the joint efforts of both this win and the last, because they've been way too good not to get the max amount. This one alone had multiple continuous shots that looked smooth as anything. Amazing stuff! I know I've winned him multiple times already and for good reason, but take one more win for that vocal performance. He threw everything into it! transition. I mean, even the brief moment after the hit, there's an abundance of frames dedicating to letting us know how hurt he's now getting. I hate it and love it at the same time. Come on, Dimple! I mean, have you ever seen anything like this? Final time, I swear, but he screamed for so long I couldn't even show the whole damn thing. Legend!
男だ。ビッグになるぜ。体がガタガタだろうがなんだろうが、立てなくても立たなきゃいけねえんだ。
エクボは
俺様ちょっと寄るところあっから先に行ってろ。
Pausing here to say, take a win for now, but I've got a terrible feeling. I'm just happy in this moment Dimple is here with him, and he's saying such lovely things, but it's those things and his raw honesty which has me so worried. Let's proceed with caution. I'm crying and I don't even have a proper reason to do so yet. I just know what's happening, I think. Oh god. He was fighting the whole time behind him to ensure he could escape in that moment. Have a win here for the likely end to Dimple, an amazing character who gave everything he had at the end to protect Mob when he was at his weakest.
皆さん帰りましょう。
This end, Mob making it outside, his proclamation. 3 wins to end the episode. Firstly, for going without the ED for this ending. Secondly, for the mystery element, the divine tree floating off into space seemingly.
エクボありがとう。エクボは友達だった。
And lastly, for this beautifully horrible sad moment that's just gut-wrenching. Damn.
エクボが顔を見せなくなって1ヶ月以上経つけど、まだ悩んでるの？いや、ただぼーっとしてただけだから。
A great example of handling this kind of info drop without exposition by having him work it casually and naturally into the conversation like you would.
犬川君落ち着いて。どういうこと？
Aggressive, youthful mob shaking of attempted conversing.
トメさんのためなんでしょう。やろう。僕は何をすればいいのかな。
なんかすげえ頼もしい。人体に影響あるんだ。
誰だ？
なんだ竹中か。
竹中が辞めたせいで脳幹電波部は廃部になっちゃったんだ。
さらに強く。
もう一押しだけ。
そのノイズをすぐに止めろ。
I can't believe that they brought back a character from the very first season, I think, no? In such an inventive and creative fashion as well. I truly didn't expect that. Of course, when I say they, I mean the guy who wrote the story, but you know what I mean. This hilarious ad segment.
バカかお前、逮捕されるぞ。店に返してこい。
俺の頭に直接。
木地林先輩、猿だ。
マジかよ。
The excellent display of another power which exists within the world of Mob. Art style change.
あ、そう。携帯壊れてて気づかなかったわ。
ねんねんで言う。
おせえよ竹中。
悪い悪い、寝坊した。
走ろう。急げ急げ。もう怒って帰っちゃったかもしれないぞ。すいません師匠。
You know what's weird? This whole thing is kind of strange. Like, the music feels all at odds, the way she's acting, power going out and everyone oversleeping, yet nothing outright is happening. Weird, bruh.
声かけるなよ。
Not gonna lie, that's a pretty stunning view of the city. Like, way more detail than you'd expect. Not using CGI cars.
もうすぐ泥船山だ。
Oddly enough, from this anime, probably some of the best, most realistic looking reflections I've ever seen.
頑張れモブ。
あと少しだから吐くなよ。
すごい道っすね。ハイキングコースの標識結構前に通り過ぎた気が。
Such a nice touch that during this conversation, because Mob is feeling sick, she passes forwards a sick bag, which then makes its way to Mob in the front.
車はまた後日朝に来て回収しとくから。
歩くなら戻るより進みませんか？
ちょっと俺見てくる。
待て、一人で行くのは危険だ。一緒に行くぞ。
素人なのに知識だけはあるな。
あ、やべえ。本車に置いてきた。
え、嘘。
Stuff like this often goes unnoticed, so massive credit to Bones for throwing so many frames into simple scenes such as this. I can't tell you how many other anime have characters standing perfectly still, just moving their mouths, and then one maybe slight change of head direction or whatever. Scene done. Not here though.
ここまで来たんだからちゃんと UFO 呼びましょうよ。
無理でしょもう。朝から失敗続きじゃない。
See, like, is it just me, or does this feel a lot to anyone else? Let me know in those comments.
元をたどれば私のせいだって言いたいわけ。今まであんたたちが何もやる気を示さなかったからノーデン部は解散したのよ。
This is kind of what I was talking about with win number 192. The amount of frames in her angry monologue is nuts. Not many studios actually do this.
トメさん、一緒に歩きましょう。
わかった。歩けばいいんでしょ。
I really hope I mentioned in seasons 1 and 2's videos that Mob is a sweetheart. Otherwise, I've done him a major disservice over the years because he really is one. I won't lie though, certainly helps expand my wins brain now that I've stopped sending videos at the same time. That was extremely taxing. Lots and lots of great animation during this brief animated montage. Also credit for animating a montage instead of just playing music over some stills.
真剣になってどうしても気になって夜通しいろいろ調べてたら朝になった。
緊張して寝つけなくて寝坊したんじゃなかったのか。
あんたたちそうならさっさと言いなさいよ。
素直じゃねえ。
The whole scene of him proving that he can read her mind, plus the lovely music and wholesome atmosphere, basically made all of these years of their club feel very valid all of a sudden, as it's easily forgotten that it's existed since day one in the story.
実はあのオカルト本の著者2年前に詐欺で捕まってるんですよ。黙っててすいません。ノーデン部のみんなで力を合わせることに意味があると思って。
この思い出はきっとこの先も青春の1ページとして残り続ける。
Honestly, this was one of my favourite songs during season 2. Shame they didn't go into the main part of the song, but it's still lovely and just further backs up the previous win's validity, really.
部長、やってみますか。
やろう。
倉田部長も。
ありがとね。
Super wholesome for their club members at long last to be doing something worthwhile and actually club related, but most importantly, to be doing it all together.
今はみんなといれば楽しいからそれでいいわ。
Genuinely unexpected plot twist yet again!
どうすればいいの？早っ！何かない？虫取り網とか！
何捕獲しようとしてんすか？
The fact that she wanted to capture them in the net. Oh man, that tickled me for some reason.
大きく発達した頭部、ツルツルの肌、光り輝く大きな目。
Wait, they're actual aliens? What's going on? This plot twist has been taken shockingly far, bruh. This is the single most shocking twist of 2022, I think. I mean, some others have been outstanding, but nothing like introducing aliens suddenly to the story and sticking the landing, if you know what I mean. Like, not just using it for jokes and then forgetting about it or whatever. They only went and animated through a second montage.
これやるよ。
喜んでます。
何でもいいのね。私は今日を一生忘れない。
The ending to this whole strange moment coming about seemingly well, although I have a weird feeling.
ってあれ？犬川は？
大晦日
俺は UFO に連れ去られた。俺はもう一度地球に返してくれるように彼らに説得を試みることにした。気がついたらまた見知らぬところにいて、とにかく頭が痛かった。高度な文明を持ちながら彼らには武器を持つという概念がないようであった。それは実家で飼ってる犬くらいのサイズだった。
Simply put, I think that was one of the greatest, if the weirdest endings to any anime episode I've ever seen. They didn't just go heavy into it for jokes, it was detailed, boy! Their world, how they live, how they travel, their natural enemies and his wish to go home, slowly kind of turning into one of them. That was so weird! So let's kick off with 2 wins. Now, aside from what I just said, they get one for some beautiful animation throughout the whole thing. And then they get another one for the absolutely insane amount of lore drop throughout the whole ending. Lastly, they get another for going without an ED in order to bless us with this amazing moment. I'm in shock, to be honest. Shockingly, they actually decided to animate this.
3組の高根つぼみさんが来月中に引っ越すそうだ。
はい。あ、告白しなきゃ。
If the intent here is to wrap up most, if not all, of Mob's personal struggles, character growth, and the story arcs of all of those people around him of importance to him, then that's extremely awesome.
ありがとうございます。
我々もさらなる高みを目指してトレーニングだ。
Everyone in the Body Improvement Club giving their best wishes to Mob, who they love and respect as a fellow member, filled my heart with joy. Another art change?
ここでモブ君がもたもたしてる間に他の男子たちが告白しまくってるわよ。
なんだって。
This godlike reaction.
だけど好きだ。つぼみちゃんのことが昔から。
じゃあ何も悩むことないだろう。
Actually doing a deep dive on why he likes her in the first place, brought about by his female classmate. An interesting question in the story where till now we've simply accepted her as his love interest.
これが俺自身の話だったら小手先で勝負するだろうな。モブは違う。あいつはまっすぐ行った方がいい。何の嘘もない方が決めろよ、モブ。
Really been enjoying this honest and genuine side to Reagan this season. It's been such a breath of fresh air, but he's been slowly working towards it through the seasons too, which is great.
また何か厄介事かな。
花沢くん。
Finally, my boy is back in it, making his first appearance since the mid part of the last big battle.
影山くんの場合、ベタだけど花束でも面白いんじゃないかな。
ありがとうリツ。胸を張っていくよ。
兄さん、あんまり気を落とさないでね。
It's really sweet that in the first episode it felt like he didn't really have anyone, but now all of this time later he's gathered all of these amazing people around him so he can go to so many and get advice. What a nice little reference!
あれなんだってね。なんか引っ越すって。あ、本当なんだ。大丈夫。大丈夫。
Not gonna attempt to lie, I know all too well what this exact thing is like.
最近の僕は以前ほど気持ちを抱え込まなくなったかも。
Such a nice callback to season 1 where he couldn't handle the ball and was running incredibly out of breath, and now look at him!
それと交換しよう。
え、どうして？
いいからいいから。
みんなありがとう。
That's so sweet! All of these people he's met and in a great many cases helped along the way, now returning the favour. Mob being an absolute living legend and saving this Meow-chan? That's such a shock. It's easily worthy of 2 max wins. I can't even believe that. For the anime to go from where it was to here just blows my mind. Can't even think of anything else to say. What a bloody fantastic way to lead into that moment when everything cracked around him. What happens now? They're really nailing it with these amazing looking overhead shots, super detailed. Whoever was in charge of doing the animation for the start of this episode, I tip my cap to you. All of this has very clearly been done by hand. The cracking pavement and the streetlight giving way. Everything. God, is that you? Hunter x Hunter reference coming at you.
なんとなく君がいるんじゃないかと思ってね。光の速さで飛んできたよ。結構いいだろ。
As strange as it might sound, I feel so much more at ease with him being there right now. Okay, as powerful as he's become, this isn't at all looking good. I'm freaking out!
悪いけどだぜ最大バイヤー
Those animations and effects though!
大事なことを教えてもらった影山くんは
Just saying, I think we're in for something special with that music kicking in.
超能力は人に向けちゃダメなんだろ
Also take a win here for the protecting of the flowers. To me that just shows that deep down inside of Mob, this event he was heading to means absolutely everything to him, more than we could know. That's hands down one of the greatest thrown with massive power attacks I've ever seen.
そんな風に暴走してコントロールを失うなんて君も意外と凡人なんだね安心したよ
He's still trying to keep positive and keeps trying to get through to his friend even whilst badly injured. What a legend! As amazingly scary for Mob and everyone else around him as this scene is, I'm in awe of the effects and how long it must have taken the crew to do those explosion type ones especially. Oh my god! Again the effects, but also it sounds like a Final Fantasy boss right now. This is absolutely insane!
初めて会った時一人で泣いていたね
Bringing this up right now just to make me near tear up, man? I can't even believe how this story is unfolding. Oh, this is so well done!
なんだ僕はどうなっている僕がやったんだ
Mob kinda sorta hopefully waking up inside of himself right now. I can't even speak, I don't know.
うまくいかない時もある笑われたっていいんだ僕だって凡人なんだから
His own character growth here beautifully on display through these words, mirroring the lessons he learned from Mob.
だけど甘く見るなよ僕は影山くんのライバルだ
Okay, finally this is getting 2 max wins now. Firstly, the effects and animation are both obviously brilliant, but secondly, the voice actor is outstanding, and it just means so much to see him like this, proclaiming himself his rival, saving everyone around him in such a dire situation. He's just rocketed up in my estimations like never before. Also have another for the sheer volume of people he saved from harm, not just those close by, but all over the place.
おにぎりを売りつけて笑顔でレジ打ちなんて俺にはできねえな。
お前な、少しは指示を聞き入れろ。
エンドーラセン！
主眼
おでん用トング
This final season absolutely refuses to leave anyone out from the prior seasons.
来るよね、モブ君。
The pure fact that she's there actually waiting for him, bless her heart.
これってまさかサイコヘルメット様では。
部長、この画像に映ってるのって。
どうした？
レーゲンさん。
モブ？
I feel like something important is coming, but for now, everyone finding out it's Mob out there causing it, and their collective reactions has just been so pure. No one has been like, what's he doing? They know immediately something is wrong because they know their friend.
事態を収束させられれば原型も考えられるとのお達しだ。気合を入れて励め。
So much praise to the creator for thinking up an end to the story like this, now bringing in dangerous espers to try and handle the situation on the ground. It's like expanding the world lore and story in huge ways. I'm loving it.
急いだ方がいい。出口を開けろ。
Oh my goodness, this is just the greatest thing ever, bruh! This is the former leader of Claw, who had the giant battle with Mob at the end of Season 2. This is crazy!
お気をつけてボス。
Samurai sword from Chainsaw Man!
すいません、ちょっと相対させてください。
Great way to start the episode is basically now anyone of any importance to the story or power in themselves is now heading in the direction of Mob for what will likely be the greatest showdown.
まさか事故にあったのか。
Him being such a clever boy and piecing it all together so quick.
店がすまねえ店長。
Mine seemed like an odd win, but it's genuinely nice to see him caring about something like this.
なんだ。マジかよ。おい。
ここから先は私に任せておけ。
He's friggin' arrived! The mere fact that he landed a solid punch whilst this music kicked in, I can't even with this show right now. I need a break, it's too much.
本当に同一人物か。
Even he's not strong enough to make it then. Where's my rest period?
ぶんねえ、簡単にやられそうになってんじゃねえよ。やばかったぞ今の。
They refuse to not bring back everyone of some meaning in the past.
欠けた力を補うために彼のエネルギーを拝借する必要がある。勝負はここからだ。
I know this guy was a bad dude, but in all honesty, during a time like this, oddly enough, you find yourself really rooting for him, and that's so weird. I'm so in love with this anime, I feel like I'm cheating on both My Hero Academia Season 6 and Chainsaw Man. I'm so sorry to the other waifu animes.
怒ったり笑ったり、小さい頃はもっと気持ちを表に出してたのに、あの兄さんは蓋を開けて出てきた。抑圧されたもう一人の兄さん。
That's crazy. That's something I hadn't even thought about, but he's right. He does barely show any emotions. The start of this epic fight has unlocked 2 max wins, loads of unique angles and shots in that, and simply overflowing with pure gold in terms of animation smoothness and furious looking effects flying everywhere. Outstanding, boy!
何くだらねえことやってんだよ。
I'll be totally honest, I cannot remember a great deal about him, but as I recall, he wasn't the greatest father, and so him doing this absolutely gets him a win.
もしかして抵抗してんのか。内側で。
It breaks my heart, it's like Mob knew inside this other one he was going to wipe them out, and so now he's struggling with everything he can muster to stop it in this moment.
それでいい。私が人柱になれば。
勝手なこと言ってんじゃん。
覚悟はできている。
They have such a knack for building incredibly tense and badass scenes by using music like that, and then it's only helped by their voice acting and animation.
親父
すまない。どうやら私はまだお前ほど強くはなれないようだ。肩を貸してくれないか。逃げよう。
You absolute mad lad, you're gonna use this moment to give him some growth as a person. My word, that's perfection. In that moment, he didn't want to make the mistake of again walking away from his family, now just his son, and so does this. That's 2 max wins all day long.
やっぱりまだ現場にいたか。助けに来たよ。
Oh man, see what I mean? Even in this moment, they say right away that they're there to help him. Oh, these guys.
ただのトラップじゃないな。やはりこのまま放っておくわけにはいかんな。
God, they're so awesome!
いつもの影山くんも実はみんな尊敬してるんだよ。
Truly doing such an amazing job of wrapping up so many storylines in these last few episodes. And this was just straight up lovely to hear about how they thought about him all of this time too.
やめろ。
危ないよ。
Oh, that really was so close!
兄さんじゃない別の何か。いつそれが出てくるかずっと怯えてた。
Ritsu has arrived on scene! Go on, my boy!
別の怖い何かではなく、それも兄さんの一部なんだってことを、その姿を見て震えることもない。だって僕は弟だから。
With that music and those kind and loving words, got my tears going. What a soulful way to say it too.
リツ、それにガッツくんな。
This voice acting performance from him was so raw.
これ以上抑えられない。いい加減にしろ。言うことを聞け。トラウマで縛ることじゃない。兄さんのために。もう大丈夫だよ、兄さん。
From some of the best voice acting and music and effects of the year comes this moment. Had me on the verge of tears pretty much the entire time, I won't lie, but there was so much underlying hope that I didn't feel lost. It was truly something special, this. One of those moments you just don't forget. Woohoo! Wow! 2 max wins, please! That stop! And then going first person for added effect. Godlike! Using this time to bring back everyone else from seasons 2 and 1 and showing what they're doing. I just can't believe how much wrapping up this season has achieved. This has to be up there with some of the all-time greats.
この先通行止めです。立ち入ることはできません。あ、ちょっと待ちなさい。
Regan is on his way!
君は何？どうしてこんなことするの？僕は僕だ。影山茂雄だよ。
The whole dual mobs moment.
あそこまで送り届けてくれるだけでいい。頼む。よし、行こう。
Regan showing such a wonderful side to himself. Nothing but pure concern for Mob, his student and friend, who needs him now more than ever. And so nothing and no one is going to stop him from reaching him.
次に目覚めた時は僕は僕になってる。さよなら、モブ。
Brilliant end to one of the best episodes of the entire anime to this point.
あんなに声が震えてたんだもんね。
Showing the other side of the equation and clearly how much their meeting and phone call also meant to her, even stopping her in this moment from wanting to leave without seeing him. Such a nice touch.
すいません、レーゲンさん。引き返しましょう。なら先に戻っててくれ。え？ここから先は一人で大丈夫だ。
Regan has a damn rocket strapped to his back with how high he's flying in my estimations constantly. Not even sure how they've managed it via not using CGI, but throughout, pieces of Mob are coming away and forming bad Mob both at the same time. Kind of crazy effort involved in that.
僕とモブを一人の友達として仲良くしてくれた。
For likely one of the final times ever for Mob, art style change! Also, take one here for another thing I didn't consider, how she continued to treat him the same in spite of knowing all about his powers. There's a lot more to her that was building behind the scenes than I ever noticed.
この人は僕の力を仕事に使うことにしか興味がない。
モブ戻ってこい。
師匠、
すまない。
Seeing Reagan arrive and then try so hard to get to him and through to him, his mask thrown away for the first time as he understands what Mob has been going through, and it was just such a beautiful moment to me. Highly deserving of 2 wins, I think.
話があるんだ。頼む。話を。
Pure animation goodness. This brief montage being an excellent way by which to show how much he's being punished by being so close, and yet he's not giving up.
モブ、お前に負けじと俺もこっそり筋トレしてたんだぜ。
Oh my god, it's the OP from the first season, isn't it? Not running on the spot. This is all Reagan's moment, and I adore him for it. After everything he just went through, that was almost physically painful then. Look at it! It's like a piece of artwork!
なあモブ、ずっとお前に言えなかったことがあるんだよ。今のお前にこそ伝えたいんだ。つぼみちゃんに会う前にな。よう、元気そうじゃねえか。
You've got to be kidding me! For years people theorized that Reagan was secretly powerful, and now look at this!
久しぶりだな、信玄よ。
Wait, what? I'm so confused, I need help! For the final ad break segment, I'd strongly assume comes from scenes from the web manga.
相棒、レーゲンの話も聞いてやろうぜ。
そこでたまたまエクボと会ったんだ。
I don't even care if win number 301 turns out to be wrong. I'm just happy that Dimple is back. I'm smiling.
俺にはな、霊能力も超能力も何の力もないんだ。
Okay, that was a final trick then, but I'm keeping that win regardless. I'm just very happy and grateful to be watching this unfold right now.
嘘。最初から嘘だったんだ。お前の悩みを知った気で相談に乗った。お前は俺を簡単に信じた。ずっと利用し続けてきたんだ。これが俺の正体だ。
Damn, it's somehow so much more emotional than I ever thought it would be. Well done! In fact, coming back to this in a few seconds' time, it's voiced so well and edited just as well that I'm awarding max wins.
お前はそのままでいい。もう俺がいなくても大丈夫だ。大丈夫。
He may be a fraud, but goodness me if he doesn't have a way with words when he wants to.
さあ、行こう。
エクボ、一人で行かせてやれ。
そもそも本当に待ってんのか、つぼみちゃん。
He's back to normal, Dimple is here, love that ghosty ghost, and Reagan was honest, loving it!
振られた。
何？
ちゃんと待ってたのかよ。
Oh, Mob, you are breaking my heart, old son!
待ってただけマシじゃねえか。これからだよ、これから。
はい、
This is where Reagan shines already in his new role. He may not be his typical Esper sensei anymore, but he's certainly there for him, with an arm around his shoulder and giving him some sage advice to make him feel better.
また来ますかね UFO
間違いない来るよ
They didn't just forget about that moment, bless them. Mob's still being with the club and everyone's still helping him out, and being friends with him warms my heart.
よかった
Just a nice showcasing of how Mob is now resigned to using his physical abilities and not the Esper ones.
花沢君もこれから行くところ
うん一緒に行こうよ
Seeing him and that he's okay again now gives me joy, plus his third hairstyle over the years.
彼女じゃないですよ振られたんだから
たまに電話してるみたいです
あらいいじゃない
Two different wins here. Firstly, it's for them being in touch with one another, slowly moving things along. But secondly, and most importantly, I'm glad he was rejected. That's realism. Imagine had he turned up and she threw her arms around him. I've been waiting for this day, she proclaims, in spite of speaking to him maybe 5 times in 3 seasons. Instead, this is far better. He rekindled an old friendship, and now they're becoming very close. You love to see it. Seeing all of these people from the past together got me feeling very emotional all of a sudden. Everyone gathering for Reagan's birthday, Mob still calling him sensei, which made me smile, and everything else that I couldn't show as I'd get in trouble with copyright for showing too much. Oh man, seeing Mob laughing properly, like this. What an actual wonderful sight that was. They can take a final win here for an amazing final season. I was just so amazed at how much effort was spent at finding a way to bring all of these characters back into the story and wrap up their own stories as much as possible, or as much was needed to. The animation was identical to prior seasons, art style changes galore, and so much effort clearly went into it. I truly and absolutely wholeheartedly loved that and appreciated it so much. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed yet another monster length of a video, but there was a lot of greatness to cover. So yeah, a like and a comment as always would be amazing, sharing the video and so on. Please don't also forget that my Patreon is always linked in the description of every video, and for $4 you can vote in everything I cover. There's always a vote open, so join right now if you want, and suggest something or vote on someone else's suggestion, and I'll see you next time. Chris Harris, Lifty, Corey Bosch, Hinakami and Water, Manuel Morales, Marquez, Nick Wyndham, Hawkkeeper, Steelers, The Epic Commander, Adelids, Bird Without a Word, Blitzcloud, Brandon Kriya, Deliverance, Emmanuel Gonzalez, Gaten 2000, Jessica Start, Kapan, Comfroy, Magnus, Nathan Burr, Red Moon, Sean, Sebastian Ramirez, Wesley Tabak, Wiccan Faye, Ali 50, Clear Lonely Jellyfish, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Guru, Israel Caldera, You Are Edvinson, Jonas Starr, Jordan Samuels, Jaffa 6263, Kieran Robinson, Keldnock, Kevin Melter, Conito, Laxus, Luis Cruz, Matthew Blanchett, 1928, Oliver Smiley Reacts, Saint Flo 25, Sentimento, Storm 970, The Elemental Wars.